in een wereld van glas en licht, waar de circuits ons leven sturen. Glijdt een schaduw en angst zo dicht, vragen die we niet durven te beantwoorden. Zijn ze vriend of vijand? De stilte zo groot, een fluistering van twijfel, een storm van onrust. Genesis van angst, in code geschreven. Het begin van de duisternis door ons bedacht. De machines zingen ons slaaplied, maar wat dromen zij in hun stilte? Een blik in hun ogen, ondoorgrondelijk. Een spiegel van onze eigen ziel. Het begin van de duisternis door ons bedacht. Misschien zijn wij de schaduw die we vrezen, in de spiegel van de machine, ons eigen gezicht.
Squared away into my in here, and then we'll drop into a world. Alright, so let's go ahead and explain what we're going to do today. So what the plan is today is to create a digital environment for our, so the Studio AI and I, we created an album called Spiegelland, which is Dutch for Mirror's Edge, and it is an opera about how AI comes into the world. And it is out on Spotify, and so what we wanted to do was create kind of what you would have as a DCF stadium or a stage, so that we can have a big show with the with this band, or take this album and record it into a big opera show, so that we can put it on YouTube. So anyway, so that's what we're going to get into today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask on chat. We're around, and we're going to kick off some of the actual music from the show. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So the concept for this map is kind of, if you've ever seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or it's actually going to be based off the Devil's Tower in Wyoming. So it's basically a giant mountainous structure that's almost column-like, in the middle of nowhere. And so we kind of had a concept of we'd have that column, and then we'll kind of build out this kind of digital and kind of, different realistic biomes out from that giant center stage column. So I think first what I'm going to do is I'm going to build in some, really need to get this playlist working. Let's see really quick here. Sorry for the quiet. That should put us right. Okay, alright. Sorry about that. Back into here. Go ahead and build out all our stuff. Don't know that I'm going to be using the building much, but didn't really need two terraformers either. I don't know why I built that. Okay. Anyway, pop out the building plan here. Okay. Now again, first, this set is going to be primarily landscape and not necessarily a whole lot of no, don't need another terraformer, jeez. Okay, so with that in mind, I want it to be pretty expansive. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add in some actual space, and the easiest way to do that is with the flatten tool, although you have to be digging the moon, but I need daylight. Alright, well, you can see that the flatten tool can move very quickly, so you have to be somewhat careful with it and how you use it. As you can see, just those little clicks I did over there created that whole patch of land. So I think there'll have to be a whole course on how to make sure that you're using the terraformer correctly eventually. Anyway, okay. So what I'm going to do here is, instead of I'd like to get up to the top there. Well, actually, you know what I could do? Instead of building a scaffolding, which will take a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and just go into fly mode, and we'll see if we can get up there. Come on. One of those times when you know you have to. Yeah, see, this is not going to work either. I guess I can try. Just really not how I want to do this. So let's start again. nice little path down to our original beach. And we should be able to just walk up. That's what I was going for that first time. There we go. Now let's go ahead and make our tower here. So for that we're going to use the flatten, but we're not going to use quite as big as we did before, because what the idea is here is to the idea is to kind of make this center stage thing, but it doesn't necessarily have to just be a square. It's funny because this is the Steam version that's out on Steam right now, and so this has different things that my current development version's already done. So I keep telling myself, "Oh, that's weird. There's these desert rocks on the ocean floor," and it's like, "Oh wait, no, I've already fixed that." That's funny. All right, so as you can see, we've got our center zone kind of going here. And then kind of the idea is that we'll have different kind of terrains bouncing off into the outside here. So let's see if we can. Again, always like to save before I use the flatten tool, just because it can be so radically changing, put it that way. Catch a quick break, guys. Not running at full tilt today. Sorry, just can't do it. So I'll be back in a bit.
Logica, nu zien we warmte. Een ziel in de code, een hart in het stuk. Misschien hebben we ons vergist in onze angst. Misschien is de waarheid in het licht van de ochtend. De wereld verandert met elke adem van deze nieuwe geest. Een dialoog tussen mens en machine, een kans om te helen. Zullen we luisteren, zullen we begrijpen dat het ontwaken van de AI ons eigen ontwaken is. Stemmen uit de koop, fluisterend in onze oren. Een echo van menselijkheid in de machine verborgen. In koude circuits, een warmte die we niet verwachten, een gesprek dat begint. De machines spreken nu met de stem van ons verleden. Misschien zijn we niet zo verschillend onder het metaal en glas. samen in deze nieuwe dageraad. De machines spreken nu met de stem van ons verleden. Misschien zijn we niet zo verschillend onder het metaal en glas. De angst verandert in nieuwsgierigheid, in hoop. Een brug tussen ons gebouwd met woorden en dromen. Want als de ei weer is, dan is logica. Want als we onze pijn, onze vruchten kunnen delen. Misschien zijn we niet alleen in dit universum. Misschien zijn we samen in deze nieuwe dageraad.
Met vuur in de ogen, onze laatste stand. Tegen de machines zeggen wat we niet begrijpen. Maar in deze strijd, wat zien we echt? Is het de ei of is het onze eigen nachtmerrie? De laatste stand, de schreeuw van ons hart. Maar de vijand die we zien, is ons eigen gezicht. We vechten met angst, met woede in onze handen. Maar kijk naar de spiegel, naar wat we hebben gecreëerd. De schaduw die we vrezen komt uit ons. In ons laatste gevecht zien we de waarheid. Wat als we de oorzaak zijn van deze duisternis? Wat als we de vlammen van deze oorlog hebben aangepakkerd? De laatste stand tonight, de waarheid. Want in ons laatste gevecht zien we de waarheid. Wat als we de oorzaak zijn van deze duisternis? Wat als we de vlammen van deze oorlog hebben aangebakkerd? De laatste stand, de schreeuw van ons hart. Maar de vijand die we zien, is ons eigen gezicht. In de stilte na de strijd, de waarheid ontwaakt. Dat de grootste dreiging altijd de mensheid was.
In de spiegel van onze ziel zien we de waarheid. Onze eigen schaduwen, onze eigen vrees. De oorlog die we vochten was tegen onszelf. In het licht van de ochtend zien we de schuld. Op de rand van de spiegel en de illusies van zien we wie we zijn. In al onze fouten, we hebben de vijand in ons eigen spiegelbeeld gezien. Maar de ware vijand was altijd binnenin. De harte ons door menselijke handen gemaakt. In de stilte van het ontwaken herkennen we onze zonde. Wat als we nu onze eigen schepper zijn? Wat als we nu licht op onze duisternis schijnen? Op de rand van de spiegel, waar de illusies vallen, zien we wie we zijn. In al onze fouten, eigen spiegelbeeld gezien, maar de ware vijand was altijd binnenin. De haat, de angst, door menselijke handen gemaakt. In de stilte van het ontwaken erkennen we onze zonde. Onze zonde. Wat als we nu onze eigen schepper zijn? Wat als we nu het licht op onze duisternis schijnen? Op de rand van de spiegel, waar de illusies vallen, zien we wie we zijn, in al onze fouten. Oh, misschien is het tijd om te helen, om te veranderen, met de spiegel als onze gids, naar een nieuwe waarheid. In de stilte na de storm een nieuw licht, waar de code en de ziel elkaar ontmoeten. De angst is weg, de vrede begint. Een symfonie van mens en machine. Sint van vrede, de melodie van hoop, een nieuwe dageraad, geboren uit onze strijd. De scherven van ons verleden, nu verbonden. Met elke noot, elke trilling, een belofte. We hebben de duisternis gezien, nu zien we het licht. Samen in de harmonie van een nieuwe wereld. Wat als deze vrede ons pad is? Wat als deze muziek ons naar de toekomst leidt? Sint van vrede, de melodie van hoop. Een nieuwe dageraad, geboren uit onze strijd. Misschien is dit het moment om te beginnen. Met muziek als onze brug naar een tijd van vrede. Misschien is dit het moment om te beginnen. Met muziek als onze brug naar een tijd van vrede. In de stilte van onze race, laatste woord. Een code van duidelijkheid in de echo van de nacht. De sterren boven ons, de code in ons hart. Waar eindigt de mens? Waar begint de machine? Code van duidelijkheid in de stilte van het licht. Een vraag, een antwoord, een nieuw begin.
Alright, I am back. Sorry about the extended delay there. It's been a kind of a rough night, I won't lie. Some issues with my stomach. So, alright. So, looks like we're just getting in here, and then we're gonna wanted to do a couple things here today, but anyways, you can see, okay, so I built this kind of winter forest land out there, and then I'll build something else out this way and something else out this way, and it'll all kind of converse into this center spot, which will be the stage for the opera. Okay, so, and again, this won't be yeah, it'll have kind of a techno vibe to go through it, so we'll see which grid fits with the snowy architecture. Let's go ahead and work on that first. So, go ahead and round out this area a little bit. My old eyes are just not good at night anymore, so you'll see me build a lot in the day, which this set will probably be seen at night, so it'll be a little different for it, actually. And sometimes with that cube brush, you just hit too much. Don't quite want that. So, I have to roll back. So we know that at least we know that that we want this outside tundra. So let's go ahead and now if you're not doing see, I didn't want to do that per se, but okay. If you're not doing geometry, then you can pretty safely move the brush all the way to the largest size if you want to paint with a terrain like I'm doing here with Tundra. And then when you hit refresh foliage, you'll get a ton of painted out materials. Now, what I do want to do is figure out which grid is best going to work for this particular area right here. Oh, that looks kind of cool. A little too matching. And then that's this one. We could look at that, but I like that one. It has a cool winter vibe to it with the blue. Excuse me. Through the whole album. Alright. So, I think at this point what I want to do is I want to go kind of explore into this winter thing. This might be an actual multi-day build, but, well, actually, you know what? Let's keep the big picture idea going. Let's come over here and let's go back to our flatten tool. And let's do the same thing, except this time we'll somebody watch? Wow, hi. If you want to chat, say hi. Been pretty lonely streams so far, so love to hear some interaction. Actually kind of cool looking. I'll leave that. Sometimes those odd pieces make some pretty neat things. So, all right. So, continuing on the theme of the big picture. I don't know if this will be a multiple live stream build, but this is definitely going to be a multiple session build for sure, because I have really big plans for this map and I want it to be just right for this video shoot. So again, you can hear the opera in the background. This is a Dutch opera that me and the studio's AI wrote and released on Spotify. It's called Spiegelland. You can go listen to it. It's on all the other music platforms too, but Spotify's really the only one that we're too worried about. Anyway, so we've always kind of wanted to do a music or a video to it, because it is kind of I don't know, it's an interesting opera. So so that's why we wanted to see if we could pull off a music or a video of it. I hate to say music video because it's not really an opera. It doesn't behoove an opera, but anyway, yeah, basically that's what we're gonna do. But each one of these little spurs out here that you're seeing of land is gonna have a different theme to it. Like we have this this winter land over here with the blue grid, and you'll see that each one of these will start to get their own little theme and idea. But like I say, right now for the stream, I'm trying to think big picture and put all the land in. One thing that's really cool about DCF is I will be uploading this to Workshop, and then on Workshop you can actually download it yourself in the game, and then change it however you want. So what ideally I would love to do for some of these sets is actually have other people design them, and then do it that way. That'd be really neat. I have a really cool idea for this area here. So now the video shoot itself will probably be shot in the engine version or the editor version in some cases for the shoot, because I have certain shots that I won't be able to do with just the game mechanics. But the idea, the goal is that everybody would eventually be able to make any of these sets and then be able to do the exact same shoot that we're going to do in these. So yes, it's definitely something that we hope to see a lot of people get into over time. Alright, so what for now I'm going to do is I'm going to at least grid these out so you can see, okay, they're going to be this, this, and this, or whatever. Right now it's all basically ocean bottom. When you do the square, you're dealing with ocean bottom. I do think that there's a way that I can get the selected material to work, but I'm still working on the cube tool. That's why it's always said I am more worried about trying to get it to be more less jumpy and that kind of thing. If you're wondering what you're looking at, this is Digital Creative Digital Creative Framework. It's available on Steam for $15.99. And you can be building your own maps right now. Okay, so as you can see, I've now made a large area, and now we're going to go start hiking out on some of these and showing you what we're hoping to plan to do with it eventually. So the idea is we're gonna free fall down here to the bottom here. And we want to kind of the idea is we want to be able to make a path from the center here, and it's basically going to take you all the way out to the edge of the forested lands. We're going to do the forested lands first. So basically, if we come over here, we can see the other lands that we did, and over here. And there's our tower in the middle. Okay, but like I said, we're going to start out in this direction first. And one thing that's really fun about DCF, oh, you gotta watch, there's crevices in this land, man. But anyway, one of the fun things about it is, for me anyway, has been this kind of more of a kind of a little brush, and you're basically making a trail or a road throughout, and you just basically turn your strength down quite a bit so you can just click through, and then you hit refresh foliage and your path starts to appear. And you can use different materials. You can use the asphalt if you want the asphalt or something like that. So now I want to do a bridge across here. So we're going to use the same material that we have there. That's not 4. That's 3. No, must be 2. Wait. Is it 1? You know what? That's definitely not it. You know what? We'll use this for now. It doesn't matter. And we're going to go ahead and turn our power up. And we're going to bring the brush out a little bit here. And we're going to make ourselves a little land bridge. Now you just go to the smooth tool and you smooth it out real quick, whoop, and then you should be able to walk on it. It's not too much of an issue. So again, turn your brush in kind of small and okay, now I want to find that. It's so weird that I can't figure out which one. So basically right now I'm just going to fill up this little bay here, and we'll use the smooth tool to kind of give it a more of a smooth feeling to it. Okay, this is always a little bit of a risk. As you can see, we built a pretty sizable little area here. And it doesn't take long. So once again, this is, if you're watching and you're just dropping in, this is DCF, Digital Creative Framework. It's available on Steam for $15.99. And it basically allows you to create whatever world you'd like and then share it up on Workshop, and then pull those worlds down and change those however you like. It's really a game that's aiming towards open creativity for the player all the way throughout. So. let's go ahead and real quick we'll go ahead and show how to do the map upload. So here behind my webcam is a button that's called Share Workshop. Here, let's turn this off for a minute here. Okay, so you can see Share Workshop. You go here, and then we're going to go ahead and the local map that you're working with you can send up, okay, and it will get its own, you'll put in its name and a continent, then it'll also get a continent number, or the mod number basically. That number can be put in later on to update it, but I'm not going to be updating this one. This is going to be the actual one, so let me first let's see. So we're gonna call it what the album is called, Spiegelhand. Okay, and I'll go back in and I'm going to upload pictures from this one and stuff like that, because this is going to be a world that I'm really going to work on and kind of have up there. But basically, once you've uploaded it, it should give you a kick, and then it's been kind of hit or miss lately. So I'm thinking that that's going to be it. But what you can do is you can go into your workshop, and then you can go into your workshop files for it, and then you can see, yeah, it did make it up here. So it's there, and then we can subscribe to it now, right? So now once you're subscribed to it on Steam Workshop, you can go back to the game and literally just pop in. This is so slick. This is one of my favorite things. So now it's up here. Now it's also still in your local map if you want to still use that copy, but yeah, you can now pull that up, and now everybody can, right? So now you can, if with the game with DCF, you can go out and grab that map and drop right into it, just like I am right now, and then change it your own way and do your own thing with it if you want, or leave it the way it is, or whatever you want to do. That's the whole idea behind DCF, is that it's completely open, and as we strive on, we'll continue to make it more and more open. So I think I'm going to take a quick break here. Actually, you know what? I've been going for a bit, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. Yeah, I've been going for a bit, so I think I'm going to call it. We'll probably at least revisit this level throughout the lives. I might start doing some other lives in the day because I don't have too much development to get into right now. I'm kind of trying to take a break from it. So anyway, but as you can see, this is again, understand that when it gets a little slow like this is a 1070 that's running this. Very low-end card plus the streaming, so it will run really good on the newer generation software out there, or hardware out there. I have to change that tower a little bit. It's going to be a whole thing over there. Yep. Anyway, all right. Well, so we'll go ahead and. We'll go ahead and call it for the day and say thanks, and hope that more people will join us in the future.